My name is Laura Smith, and my project title is GPS and GIS in the Classroom. Those are acronyms for Global Positioning Systems and Geographical Information Systems.
GPS is a space-based satellite navigation system that provides location information from all over the world and some information from space. It was developed and is maintained by the United States government and it is essential in military operations. It's capable of pinpointing even the most remote locations, making military strikes, for instance, much more accurate than was previously possible. GIS is a computer system designed to capture, store, manipulate, analyze, manage, and present all types of geographical data. It is a fairly general term for many technologies, processes, and methods. There are hundreds of applications we usually call apps that are related to engineering, planning, management, transport, logistics, insurance, telecommunications, and business that all use GIS.
The most common use of GIS is for analyzing data and mapping out what that data means for a particular area. GIS is a term that was coined by Roger Tomlinson, now considered the father of GIS, in a paper he wrote to publish his findings on the subject. The combination of GPS and GIS has given us Google Earth, where we can look at any place in the world from an aerial view, some of those places having never even been photographed before. They also brought us map systems like TomTom and Google Maps, things that make our life much easier. And you can see in the left-hand corner a GIS map, and then also on this page a TomTom and an aerial view from Google Maps. One of the main things GPS and GIS are used for in the real world is problem solving. There are as many potential ideas for this technology as there are people in the world, so more benefits are becoming available by the day. Some of the most common uses that most people are at least aware of are using handheld GPS to help hikers and campers find their way to and from their destinations. If you've ever been lost in the woods, you know how valuable that piece of equipment can be. Also, veterinarians can now insert a small computer chip into your pets that have a GPS tracker inside, and if your pet is ever lost, the chip will transmit a signal that you can pull up on your computer and track exactly where that pet is at that moment, so that Rover can be easily located. This is a lifesaver for those of us whose pets are literally part of our family. Also, when someone is involved in a wreck or gets hurt while out in a remote location, a GPS can save their lives because first responders can find the exact location and get there much more quickly. Another use is to locate property, especially a vehicle, that's been stolen. It uses programs like OnStar that are provided in the vehicle or even added as an aftermarket, and you can see exactly where the vehicle is traveling in order to apprehend the thief. Another main thing for which especially GIS is used is creating maps. The software uses maps obtained from the GPS satellites to allow users to create specific maps to serve their purpose, layering data about many different things on the same map to help analyze that data into a usable format. It's been used to create evacuation routes for all types of natural disasters, accounting for everything imaginable along the way. It's also been used to map where diseases are appearing, because once all the cases are plotted, there's often a clear indication of where to locate the source of the illness. City planners also use GIS to make, for instance, a map of recent car accidents, much like the one shown here, to help in deciding like where stoplights should be placed. It's also helpful in locating missing persons, as the experts are able to layer all types of information, like weather patterns, street closures, bus schedules, etc., to narrow down where the missing person may have been taken. There are many more uses, but we don't have time to discuss all of them at this time. Classroom applications are obviously the subject of most interest to us as teachers. While there are plenty of lessons already made online for us to use as resources, there are many more just waiting to be made. We just need to use our creativity to come up with the ones that would suit our subject and our students the best. Some that I came across and would like to mention are creating a scavenger hunt for students using coordinates that they can find with a handheld GPS. Once they reach the location, they can discover where the treasure is hidden. What better way to help them learn about a tool that they can actually use in real life? Another idea for a lesson is using the resources on the internet that allow you to virtually tour sites the students may never have a chance to see otherwise. In Mexico, for instance, they have at least one roving tour guide who will communicate in real time with the students as he bicycles around the ruins to give the class an up-close and personal look. There are also archaeologists who film their digs as they are working so that people can watch online as well as the tourists who watch live. This is another good opportunity that most children would never have otherwise. Especially for science classes, there are several websites that have installed tracking chips under ocean animals' skin, and they allow you or your class to track the animal, often sharks, wherever they are swimming. Some even have the capability to show what the animal is seeing using tiny cameras mounted in or on the animal. Most children are fascinated by ocean animals, so this seems like an awesome idea to get them engaged in learning more about them. Since I'll be teaching 7th and 8th grade math, I found this Common Core standard that I thought would easily apply to a lesson involving a GPS tracking of a shark. Know that straight lines are widely used to model relationships between two quantitative variables. For scatter plots that suggest a linear association, informally fit a straight line and informally assess the model fit by judging the closeness of the data points to the line. The students could plot on a graph how far the shark traveled each day and even write an equation of the line that makes. So I thought this would be a good application of the standard for that lesson. Here we have a video clip about a group of students who were honored by Esri, a company that specializes in GIS. These high school students used GIS to make a map of their city in order to highlight some of the needs in the area. You will see a picture of one of their maps in the clip, and I believe you'll see how much this technology can help our students change the world.
We are here in San Diego, backstage of Esri's user conference. We have 4 students from Roosevelt High School to share their work that they've been doing with maps, specifically GIS. They're going to showcase their work to about 10,000 plus GIS geeks.
We got partnered up with Esri, which helped us show the people that there is a problem and we could ask for change. We concluded that our students are living in highly populated areas where brownfields are affecting a greater amount of people. The final result of our project was to raise awareness.
This one right here, I'm hiring. You can't have a Will. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Will I Am. And what do you think of these kids, Will?
I'm really proud of Alex because, we come from the same neighborhood, and instead of dreaming about leaving the neighborhood, it's going to be people like Alex that change Boyle Heights for the rest of Boyle Heights' existence. When you're lost, you always need a map. And there's a lot of Boyle Heights around America, Detroit, Fifth Ward, Watts. Now that you have these tools to see, like a lens, how are we going to change our neighborhood together?
This is the best ARC map person in the world. Wait till you see him. He learned it on a weekend, for God's sake.
It's really exciting, the CEO of a company just telling you that you did good and you might have a future in their company. It's a nice feeling.
Thank you for watching my presentation, and I've listed here a few websites that might be helpful for us as teachers to find some of the resources I listed and some others as well. Thanks again.